So, let me guess. You've just won a government contract, and in the description it says that you must provide proof of Defense Base Act insurance, or DBA insurance. And you think to yourself, what is it and where do I get it? Well, that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. So there's actually a law that was written in 1941 that states that anyone that's employed or wins a contract through the Department of Defense, or the US government as a whole for that matter, and sends employees overseas must produce or have Defense Base Act insurance for said employees. It's a lot like your workers' compensation policy domestically, if you're familiar with that term. If you're not, check out this video linked here that will explain sort of the basics of what business insurance and commercial insurance might be. But in today's discussion, we're going to talk specifically about what is Defense Base Act insurance and how does it actually protect your employees. So as I said, it's similar to workers' compensation insurance because it protects your employees when they're doing their physical job overseas. Domestic workers' compensation only really covers your employees from the start of their workday to the end. And when you're in an international environment with DBA insurance that's required, you'll actually have times when you need to provide protection for your employees throughout the course of their stay in country. And if you are sending people or employees into zones of special danger or war-torn areas, your policy will actually cover them while they're sleeping, while they're in country and resting, not actually performing the work that you've sent them there to do. It's also going to cover your employees in areas where access to medical facilities and things aren't as readily available as they are here in the United States. That's one of the reasons why sometimes these policies can get a little pricey. A policy also will provide some extra benefits to you and your employees while they're overseas. Travel Guard will actually help your employees find physicians and medical facilities that they're not really accustomed to in the certain areas or territories that they are. So for instance, where there may be a hospital within 15 geographic miles of anywhere in the United States, you may not know where those hospitals and medical facilities are in a country that's unfamiliar with you. Another important piece of DBA is if your employee were to unfortunately be kidnapped or held for ransom in a foreign country, the policy here will actually help you recuperate some of the expenses that it would cost to go and find that person and get them back into the United States or a place of safety. So you might be thinking, what is all this going to cost me? There are a few items that will actually impact the premium dollars that you'll pay for this policy. One of those is overall payroll. Much like a domestic workers' compensation policy, the amount of payroll that you'll pay employees on an annual basis is a big rating factor when it comes to the price and premium of these policies. Other factors that will play into the price are the specific geographical region that you may be sending employees to, what their qualifications are, and then finally, what actual work are they doing? There's a big difference between, again, computer technicians or consultants for an embassy, than conversely, a linguist that might be traveling in and throughout a country. So now that we understand a little bit more about what the DBA insurance policy is and covers, you may be thinking to yourself, how do I get one? Before you actually go about contacting anyone for this, you need to collect data to help answer several questions that are going to ultimately arise from the application that you'll have to fill out for this type of policy. Who, what, where, when, why, and how are all important things to ask yourself. I hope that this video has been helpful for you in understanding what a DBA insurance policy actually is. And if you're ready to take that next step, don't hesitate to reach out to us. There'll be all kinds of links in this description as to how you can get in touch, and we will help guide you through the rest of this process and get you up and running with a DBA policy of your own. From all of us at Callahan & Rice Insurance, thanks for watching.